My name is Hervin, and this is day number 36 of the Daily Journal video series where I am documenting here our journey as we try and scale our company. And I'm also just sharing any lessons that I find along the way, anything that I find really cool. It is 11:58 p.m., about to be midnight. This is a common trend right now this past weeks. And so I just want to start off by sharing that today, Saturday, I was just absolutely non-functional. Yesterday I went to sleep very late. Right after I posted this video, I went to sleep, but my mind was like racing still from just the week and yesterday answering a ton of support tickets, being on calls with clients. And anyway, as I yesterday I or today I woke up in mid sleep, midnight. I woke up still thinking about support tickets and just trying to help our clients and thinking that things were breaking and just yeah. So I woke up panicking. I woke up today just feeling totally destroyed. Couldn't do anything for half of the day, where I was just laying and just like feeling like I was drunk and my eyes were tired and I had a massive headache. And so anyway, I guess it's just sometimes, you rev up the engine for too long and at some point it crashes. And yeah, so today was one of those days where it just crashed for me. I was just totally exhausted. I'm still feeling a little exhausted. And so couldn't get that much work done today. I I did some work, like 2 hours of work or something like that. I mean, it's Saturday, it's fine. Um, got some important work done, but yeah, couldn't do much. It seemed like today was just a recovery day. And so anyway, that's the update for today. I didn't do much. The only other thing that I've been thinking about, and I mentioned this a couple of videos ago, where what I've been doing is every time I find a big YouTube channel, I go into their videos and I go and I filter by their oldest videos. And so I see what they started with. And I'm seeing how all this big YouTubers started out, not all of them, but a lot of them started out with making some random weird videos 14 years ago, 11 years ago, 10 years ago, 7 years ago, like that. And I thought to myself, I'm like, wow, that's a lesson there about for success. These people had started making content 7, 10, 14 years ago. You do something long enough, you're going to be successful. And so that's something that I have been thinking about. The other thing that I've been thinking about is how, for a lot of these big YouTubers, take for example Joe Rogan, Gary Vaynerchuk, one of the things that they're famous for is being themselves. Like their strength is that they have been themselves and they've kind of doubled down on what they're interested in and doubled down on what they like, what they want, and just leaning into who they are. And that's really what their content is about, is what they like, who they are, and so on. And so I've been thinking about that as a formula for success, especially right now here in the creator economy, if you will, where there's so many people putting so much content out there. Really, the formula is you gotta, if you're building a personal brand, the formula for success almost seems like you have to lean into who you are and your quirks and what naturally comes to you, what you like, as opposed to trying to just put out their content because you think it'll work or something like that. Although that definitely works as well. I mean, there are people out there who seems like they just crafted a need, like saw an opportunity, crafted the perfect videos for that specific niche and just went after them and then felt like a lot more calculated. There are other people who've just been putting content out there that they find interesting for a long period of time, and at some point it started working. And so I think about that for myself personally. That's the path that I resonate with most. This the reason why I'm building here a personal brand, putting content every day. It's because I want to lean into what I like, lean into the things that I think are cool. And that made me think a lot. So I've been thinking about that because for the longest time, and so really, let me back up. I think doing this, it becomes a practice of being yourself, where every day I'm coming in here and I'm sharing what I think is cool. And I think that people don't get enough practice of being themselves and expressing themselves on a daily basis enough. I was speaking to somebody really close to me today on the phone, and that's one of the things that they struggle, which is like they don't know what they like, they don't know who they are. They've never had to they've lived their lives based on what other people want and other people think that this person should do, but this person hasn't they don't know what they want. They don't know who they are, or they struggle expressing themselves and knowing what they like and so on. And I know myself, I've fought that battle for the longest time, and so it makes me think back when I was a kid. For example, I used to love playing this card games called Yu-Gi-Oh, where you used to it's kind of like a board game. They're cards, and you play, and like you play against an opponent, and they're like cartoon card. Anyway, it's based out of a cartoon show. And for me, growing up, I always felt insecure, or I felt like I was nerdy, or I felt like I didn't like the fact that I liked playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I thought, and what I say is like I thought I was uncool for liking these things. And so for me, putting content out here now and just create and every day sharing what I think is cool is for me a practice of just expressing myself and being okay with the things that I like, which I think is a practice that not many people get to have in their personal lives often, where I think a lot of people are sort of swayed by what other people think is cool, as opposed to what truly they believe they like, and being okay with the things they like. And so yeah, for me this is a practice of that. So I want to leave you off inviting everybody who's watching this, if you have an idea that you've been wanting to pursue, like making content, starting a comic book, doing art, whatever it might be, just going for it and practice, like following your intuition, and practice being okay liking and wanting to do the things that you want to do, which is such a silly thing to say, that we somehow need to be encouraged to do the things that we want to do. But for me, at least, I know like that has been the case. And so yeah, just a lot of judgment on myself for even for making this video. It just sometimes right now, the fact that these videos aren't getting any views and these videos aren't, like if I were some popular YouTuber, this would feel totally normal because I feel like, hey, he's just doing his YouTube thing. It's already working for him. The problem is right now it isn't working. And so this just feels silly, right? And so that's kind of how you would feel if you were starting something new, where something that you really wanted to do, but you would feel silly doing, like it's a silly idea and you almost don't want to go for it because, yeah, anyway. So go for it. This is, I'm just sharing here so that hopefully somebody sees this and they're like, okay, I want to go for what I like too. So just wanted to share that, put that out there. Be okay. Or this is the practice that I'm doing, which is practicing being okay, liking the things that I like. It sounds weird, but I guess it's a thing. At least for me, it is. Maybe it is for other people. So anyway, with that in mind, thank you all so much for watching. Follow along here for other videos so that you can follow along my journey. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.